Shut up and sit down.
Hey, welcome to the Old Stogie's Uncut podcast, brought to you by the Old Stogie Company Mobile Cigar Lounge. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shane.
And we are coming to you from the Mobile Cigar Lounge. We're going to be talking a bit about whiskey,
Cigars,
a little bit of everything,
and a whole lot of nothing.
Yep, and you don't want to miss a minute of it. So find a comfortable place to sit, pour a drink, light a stick, because we're going to be coming at you. Stand by. Guys, this segment of the show was brought to you by 705 Designs. Now listen, if you're a business owner, you've got to cut through all the static of all the competitors and get your message to the right people at the right time. 705 can do that for you. There's some great people. They're going to do great work in your marketing aspect and your website aspect. You really need to go check them out. I promise you will not be disappointed. SEVENOFIVE designs.com. They produce our show. They're good folks. Check them out. 705designs.com. Well, hey, welcome back. We're the Old Stogies. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shane.
And this is the Old Stogies Uncut podcast. You found us, you lucky devil.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I guess it is a little weird. So, we are here to talk about whiskey, cigars, a little bit of everything.
And a whole lot of nothing.
Yep, and we are going to fill your time well. So, get comfortable, because we got some great guests on today's show. These guys are really funny. They were on our radio show, 4 or 5 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And we enjoyed it so much that we had them back. So you guys stick around just a few minutes, and we're going to bring them in. Stand by. Hey, welcome back. So listen, we got a couple great guys here with us. We got Morgan and Daryl Hale, and they are with Gulf Breeze Winery here in Victoria, Texas. How's it going, guys?
Going pretty damn well. Here we are.
Nodding doesn't work.
Well, we were waiting on each other there. So, yes, going well. Thank you for having us.
Oh, man. Thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks for coming on. So, Shane, I forgot to ask you, what are you smoking?
I am smoking a Perdomo 20th anniversary sun-grown.
Oh, very nice.
We should let everybody know, if we sound a little bit different, we're doing a little bit different setup tonight.
Yeah. We've got 18 people in the lounge, and we've got one microphone,
yes.
So we're passing it back and forth.
Recorded before a live drunk audience.
Yes, exactly. And the drunker you are, the funnier we are. Just saying.
I can imagine before this night's over, I'll be calling you guys Dorgan and Merrill. I'm just saying.
It's not the worst thing you've ever called me, so I can roll with that. Whatever.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Yeah. So I decided to have me one of those Southern Draw kudzus.
Right.
Really nice cigar. I mean, it's just beautiful.
You don't have those very often.
I don't have those very often, but I'm beginning to appreciate them. It's one of your favorites.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and they're by Southern Draw, Texas company.
Yeah, and that Lundstrom.
Ludstrom?
Is it Lud or Lund?
Lundstrom, you're
Lundstrom.
right. I think.
I don't know.
The new one.
Yeah.
The new one. Sorry, Robert.
We'll get it.
We'll get it, I promise. Yeah, Robert and Sharon Holt up in Austin. Great company, great folks. Let me tell you.
I mean, they're winning awards left and right. When
They
it comes to
are.
their cigars.
They are. I mean, their cigars are scoring in the mid-90s, upper 90s. I mean, they're doing some great work, and they just come out with some new stuff.
You know, I just started smoking them about a year ago.
Yeah.
The Southern Draws.
That's a long cigar.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
just now finishing. Wow.
Just now.
Yeah.
You know, put it out.
Yeah. Wow. It's expensive, but it lasts a long time.
Yeah. No, but I was just going to say, you know, I mean, I've been smoking cigars for 25 years, and it didn't take but probably 3 or 4 of them to realize that, those were at the top of my list. Quickly. They're
Absolutely.
at the very top of my list.
Great flavor, great draw, just a great smoke. Morgan, what are you smoking?
Well, for a change, I thought I would trust Shane's judgment and given the Perdomo 20th anniversary sun-grown a shot.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard anybody say that.
Yeah, I
Trust Shane's judgment.
Trust Shane's judgment. Yeah.
It's rare. Don't expect me to do this often.
Right.
But this time you got it right. This is a hell of a stick.
when he does hear that, that's what they always follow up with. Don't expect me to do this often.
Right.
But yeah. And Daryl, you've got a Man of War.
Yeah, having the virtue. I selected that one because that's what you handed to me. So,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a wise choice on my part.
Yeah, great selection, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
good
you.
job. Good. If I had chosen it, it's what I would have chosen. Yeah. Nice Connecticut wrapper. Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah. So you guys tell us a little bit about Gulf Breeze Winery. I mean, how'd you guys get started in the winemaking business?
Just like everybody else that gets into most businesses like this, it was a hobby thing that we were enjoying doing and sharing with our friends, and just kind of kept growing, getting a little bit bigger and a little more equipment, and all of a sudden we're making way more than we can drink ourselves, and we were looking for employment. That's always a good thing, and so said, well, it's going well. I think this is something that we can do and make a living at. So we bailed off into it.
Oh, nice.
It's a great place. I
thank you.
love
It's a great
hanging out there.
Yeah.
We're enjoying it. It's just with Morgan and I being the entire staff. We enjoy working together, and we make it work. And
Yeah. Well, I want to hear a little more about the father-son dynamic in a business, but I want to hear it from Morgan.
Oh, yeah, thanks for
step
putting me
out
on
for
the
a
spot.
minute.
All right, yeah. You go hang out with the groupies in the back.
Yeah.
No, it's
Don't mean to put you on the spot. Well, wait, yeah, I do. Go ahead.
yeah. No. Why would you want to make things convenient for me?
Why start now? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a slug of whiskey for this one.
Okay.
No, actually, you always hear that never go into business with family. Never go into business with family. It ends up being a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, not gonna lie, every once in a while we'll be a little irate with each other, but it's been great, honestly. We just happen to be pretty well on the same wavelength on most things, and
Good.
work well together. And
It's always a plus.
when we get mad at each other, we're both good at sucking it up and getting over with and getting on with business and life.
Yeah.
surprisingly, that really doesn't happen often. I think there's enough mutual respect there that we're always looking to see the other person's viewpoint if there is a little disagreement on what needs to be done, and it's usually not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, okay, we'll do it your way.
Yeah.
It's never that big of a thing.
Yeah. So talking about things that need to be done, do you guys have clearly delineated responsibilities, or it just whatever comes up, one of you says, I'll do that?
There are certain things that I'll handle and certain things he'll do.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is done together, or if one of us is busy or whatever, the other can pretty well pick up the slack. Just a handful of things, a little more specialized knowledge on my end or his end.
Yeah.
And combined, we have a great mind. So
Oh, cool.
Together, we basically make a functional human.
Wow. Awesome. That's good. I'm always interested about families that go into business together, because me and my wife Laura, we've been in business together for almost 20 years now, and we find the same thing: is that there's pinch points, and there's some days when things are a little sandpapery, and some days that everything is bright and shiny. And it sounds like you guys have kind of the same dynamics.
yeah, that's surprisingly few times that we don't see eye to eye. It's surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we do, it's okay, let's talk about it, let's sit down, we'll have a drink,
Yeah.
and both kind of give our side of things and
Right. Yeah.
work out something that was going to work the best for everybody. So.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's an excuse to have a drink. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well, always being open to another side or a different possibility, I think, helps. I'm kind of envious of the fact that you and Laura can work together. My wife and I have talked about it before in the past, and it's just like, no, we want to stay married.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, we're not going to do it.
So, I'm interested in your recipes for your wine. Who came up with those? Was that you, Daryl?
In the beginning, but now I'm finding that Morgan actually has a better palate. Maybe it's just from being younger, honestly. And so we work on things together, do tasting and tweaking on things one way or another, and throwing ideas out. And it's very much a group thing, if you will.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. How do you go about making recipes without making a whole batch? I mean, how do you test like small samples?
Sometimes it can be a very small batch that we will do. Most often, it's just from knowing what's going to happen using a given fermentable or type of yeast or any number of things. But we have a pretty good idea of what direction any of those changes may take us. And
so experience has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. And a lot of it is we'll go into it with these ideas of where we want it to go, and when it comes out and we have this product that we're all excited about, we go, wow, that was lucky.
Well, it's caught me off guard the number of times, like, all right, this is our starting point, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess if I'm gonna claim it was skill and we just knew what the hell we were doing, but there have been some where it was just, all right, we're gonna start here and then we'll adjust as needed and try it, and damn, I don't think we could make this better.
Yeah, that's where, especially with blending, we'll start at one point and go, okay, we'll tweak on this. No, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Do you have any stories about like the worst one you ever concocted?
Oh, we have had very little, if anything, that went catastrophically wrong. Back in beer brewing, when we were doing more of that, we did have one that went pretty bad. We had we were brewing and using pelleted hops. Looks like rabbit food, pellets. So you put them in a very fine mesh bag and into the brew kettle, and the bag busted open.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we had this batch of pea green, soupy looking stuff that we
Beer
had to,
stew.
Yeah.
Get a spoon.
Yeah.
I think it doubled the time it took to brew it, just with the amount of time it took straining all that crap out.
Yeah,
it was so nasty.
And actually, we saved that batch of beer, though it wasn't.
It turned out all right.
It wasn't the best, but it was drinkable.
Yeah.
So, do you remember that winery we were at? I'm not going to give a name, but one of the owners came over and he's like, "Hey, listen, something went wrong in the brewing process. I don't understand how it goes, but he's like, you got to try this." And they decided to switch gears and make it a brandy, but it was a clear liquid.
Yeah.
And he had it in like one of those little Jello cups.
Yeah.
And I'm cranking this thing out, getting ready to take off. He goes, "You got to taste this." I'm like, "All right, well, it's in a little shot glass."
Yeah.
So I just naturally threw the whole thing back.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "You probably shouldn't have done that." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "That's like 140 proof." I'm like, "That's probably why I'm losing hearing in my right eye about now." I just, woo! Good thing your wife was driving home that night. I was just,
Yeah. But you said it was pretty good.
It had a good flavor once the burning went away.
Yeah. So that was on a Saturday. So by Wednesday, it was
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got you.
I even asked him for a bottle of it. He's like, "Okay."
That's funny you should say that, because that's kind of how we built the lounge. Yeah, well, let's try this. Maybe this will be okay. And then we step back and say, well, that looks pretty damn good. Let's just leave that right there.
Well, what about
Things happen when-
the vents?
The
The
exhaust
vents is a
things.
perfect story of how well we work together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it
how
is.
you determined fitting that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all comes back to the toys that the kids have, the ball with the different colored, the different size shapes and the squares and the circles and everything.
Oh yeah, I was playing with one earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, you understand.
Oh yeah, no,
We
I
got
know.
one behind
I know
right
the deal.
there.
I know the deal.
You know the deal.
You
Yeah.
were playing
yeah.
with a kid earlier? Oh, wait, I picked up on the wrong
You
point.
picked up on
Clearly.
the wrong.
Clearly.
So we decided we had to replace these fans because in case you guys don't know by now, we have a mobile cigar lounge. We are in an Airstream 1973. Currently, we do all of our podcasts from inside the Airstream, inside the lounge. Just because it's cool. So if you hear a car revving their engine or whatever, it adds to the authenticity.
And as you put it, there is not a worse place that we could pick to record.
No, we sampled several places, and these are the worst acoustics we could find. So we said, let's go with it. Let's do that. That'll be cool.
Well, I mean, I guess you probably couldn't fit all of us into a porta potty. So I mean,
probably not.
Mercifully.
Shitty thing.
So yeah, we're replacing these fans. Well, all the exhaust fans in a 1973 Airstream are round.
No, round corners.
Get rounded corners.
Right.
And so we, of course, me being the powerful forward thinker that I am, overthinker.
You mispronounced forward.
Didn't think to check this before I ordered the fan. So we pull the old one out and we set the new one on top of it. Well, it's a square peg trying to go in a round hole, and I'm sitting up top and Shane's underneath inside, and he said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Give me just a minute. Let me think." And Shane looks up through the hole and says,
"Fuck it, cut it."
Yeah. So he
Here
grabs
comes the Sawzall.
Yeah, he grabs the Sawzall, and I'm like, "Hey, just a minute. Let me figure this out." And I hear the Sawzall start. And I'm like, "I'm thinking as fast as I can," and then I hear the cutting begin. And
I'd like to point out those fans are the only thing in this lounge that have never leaked.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Everything else has.
Yes, everything else, tires included.
Yeah. So
well, hopefully no people.
yeah,
Well,
not yet.
yeah.
Every once in a while, we'll have someone open the door and say, "Y'all have a bathroom?" We say, "Yeah, it's right outside that bush."
Mm-hmm.
That was by design, not to keep the bathroom in here.
Good call.
Savoring a cigar with the smell of shit in the air just doesn't do it for you. But yeah, that's kind of the same thought process.
I guess it depends on the cigar.
I guess.
Yeah,
There's some bad ones.
I'd like to look like a nice leathery hay barnyard smelling cigar, but they can leave the shit out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm pretty happy with that too. We're just going to set that precedent right now. I think that'd be
Not
good.
a flavor that needs to be in cigars.
Typically not. So since we kind of made our way into cigars, let's talk cigars. Morgan, what's your go-to cigar? If you just want to sit down and have a glass of wine and have a nice cigar, what's your
Or
go-to?
bourbon.
Or bourbon.
Or bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a favorite cigar, I guess I would have to say the CAO Flathead is going to be my go-to.
We just added those to the website. The 660.
Yeah.
It's a good smoke.
It is.
Nice.
I'd like to point out our prices are lower than anybody else online.
Yes, they actually are. And let's say that again clearly. We have those on our website, recommended by Morgan Hale.
Wow.
Continue.
An endorsement.
I'm not. That might not sell cigar. I don't know. No, I like to bounce around a lot with cigars, but I keep always coming back to that one, and especially if I haven't had one in a while, and I light that up and oh God, I missed this.
Well, that was you that gave me one of those. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that cigar. That was a really good cigar.
What do you like about it? What makes it your go-to?
I'm kind of hard to pin it down to just one specific thing. Like I said, I like just that real dark, rich wrapper, and the flavors that come with it. You get that just leathery, earthy.
It draws really well.
Yes,
too.
it does.
Every time.
Kind of just the aroma of it, kind of one of those things that I can see how it might not appeal to everyone, but to me, I think of I smell that, and I think like an old dirt floor garage.
Yeah.
There's some
Memories.
oily
Some memories
rags in the corner, that earth, and just it's also very mechanic hot rod themed, I guess, if you will. So it really ties in all the flavors and the scents and everything, and just kind of that's the right theme for that cigar.
Cool. So as a good cigar should, it evokes the memories.
Yes.
Of things.
And that 6x6 or 660. That's
a hefty smoke.
That's like a Toro,
four
right?
bourbon
That's
cigar.
A Toro? Am I right there?
It's
Gordo.
Is it Gordo?
I guess, if you want
okay.
to.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big
I've noticed the more I look at cigars, the more I see it'll be called a Gordo or a Toro or this, that, the other. The name, it's like, all right, cool. I've seen 5 different cigars with the same size, and they're all different sizes.
Right. Yeah.
So while we're talking about sizes of cigars, I think you need to tell the story. You know which story I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I
And
warned you.
we'll get your dad's input on this.
Yeah. We'll get Daryl's input here too.
So I do have to say I did buy it as a novelty. I picked up. I believe it was.
He was shopping in the novelty shop.
Yeah. They had you have to go through like the beaded curtain.
Yeah.
Got a movie with it, free movie.
Yeah. So bought it for the hell of it. I think it was an Asylum 13. I believe was what it was.
Okay.
Big, dark, angry looking bastard. It was a 7x70.
Good grief. Yeah.
And wasn't bad, but goddamn, that was a lot.
So, Daryl, what was the advice you gave Morgan?
I just looked at the thing, son, whatever, just please don't hold it in both hands when you go to draw it.
Like
You could have, but it's no. Just
like
don't
that
do
episode
that.
of Oz.
Yeah.
And in honor of, because I knew that story was coming up.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Look at this.
Oh,
Have fun.
man.
Remember, guys, one hand, please,
One hand.
and keep your eyes
I
open.
don't think I could.
So you can't see this, but the speaker just.
No, that was just a speaker. Don't
Oh,
worry
okay, that's okay.
about it. Wow.
Morgan just gave us a. This is like a 9x90, I think, is what this is.
Now, this reminds me of the story about you talking about your new doctor saying that
Yeah.
smoking cigars can cause prostate cancer, and you're like, yeah, you're doing it wrong,
You're
Doc.
doing it wrong. Yeah. Absolutely. Wow, that's a big boy.
Yeah, it is.
My
Yeah, y'all have fun.
Thanks.
So next time you have a few hours to spare,
Right.
Yeah,
How
just
about it?
dive right into
Randy's going to have this with that fighting cock. That's
Yeah.
what he's going to.
that. Maybe so. This is well, at least it's Connecticut wrapper. So
yeah, that one Morgan has was dark and veiny.
thank you, Morgan.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I was gonna, if you could have one cigar for the rest of your life. I didn't mean just one cigar to smoke for the rest of your life.
This
but,
thing's like the size of the back end of a pool cue.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
it's
wrapped in that you hang on to.
I was going to say about the whole thing, isn't it?
Like pool cues get skiddier at the front. But
Yeah.
This doesn't.
This is not a figurata. So, what do you even call that size cigar? Big, damn big.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a size. That's upwards of Churchill's.
Yeah. There you go.
That's one of those you put in your shirt pocket and it still kind of hits you in the ear. It's that big.
Just a word of advice: don't try to make eye contact with anybody while you smoke.
I guess it depends what your goal is.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. Just whatever.
Yeah, that's a big damn cigar.
That is a big damn cigar. I see empty glasses all the way around, so we're going to take a break here. We're going to fill these glasses up. These guys brought a bottle of Japanese whiskey, which is, what was the brand?
Mars whiskey. It's the Mars the Y.
Okay. It's nice. It's very smooth. And,
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, we're going to take a break. We're going to fill our glasses, and we're going to be right back. Don't you guys go anywhere. Hey, we're back. We got full glasses, we got lit cigars, and we are ready for another round. And now I'm going to turn to Daryl, and I'm going to ask you the same question about. Now, you haven't been smoking cigars as long as Morgan has. No. So kind of what's your favorite? What do you like?
I honestly don't have a favorite. It's rare that I will smoke the same one twice, and kind of like with my wines, I bounce around, from one thing to the next. Just depends on what strikes me at the moment.
Okay, so
But I mean, do you have like a favorite flavor? Do you like them lighter, darker, or even is that change?
Honestly, I like a rich, full flavored smoke. I will typically like it in a shorter version.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a big long smoke. So I will go with just about anything, but in a shorter version.
Yeah. Now, we were at the winery probably 3 or 4 months ago, and you had was it a Java?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were really enjoying that.
Yeah, it was. The smoke coming off of those is just, it's like moist chocolate cake and coffee.
Yeah, I remember that. It smelled really good. Who made that? Morgan, you remember?
I believe that was a Drew Estate.
Was it
Yes,
Drew Estate?
it is.
Yeah. So, Cool. But you're enjoying the virtue there.
Yeah, I am. And like I said, typically the Connecticut wrappers, I like a little darker, fuller flavored, but I like some of the flavored cigars as well. So
Yeah.
I'm just all over the map there, and rarely the same one.
Yeah. Well, we started carrying the Man-O-Wars. We carry them in the Connecticut. We also carry them in the Maduro, and we started doing that because of our Marine buddy, Mike.
No, I know who you're talking about. You're looking at me like I'm supposed to
Yeah, you're supposed to
jump in there.
Yeah.
Barnes.
You talk
Michael
now.
Barnes.
Yeah. So we started carrying those because Mike likes those, and
I'm still a little upset. You know, his episode has more downloads than any of our other episodes.
Really.
I think it's. I don't know why.
It was pretty entertaining.
We haven't put this one out yet.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's the highest downloaded episode so far.
There you go, Barnes.
There you go. Yeah.
I can challenge him over the air, not in person.
No, yeah, true.
Not
true,
in person.
True. What episode was that? 4?
4.
Episode 4. If you want to hear some of our Marine buddy Mike Barnes, Staff Sergeant Mike Barnes, listen to episode 4 of our podcast. I think you'll really enjoy it.
A lot of the behind the scenes afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't put out.
We couldn't put out there. Yeah.
We had a good time, but man, we couldn't put that out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Mike. We knew that was coming. But yeah.
It was heavily. It was like we recorded like 30 minutes and posted like 4.
Yeah. No, we didn't even post 4. It was just like no.
Yeah. I think you're right.
So next time he comes on, he's going to try even harder not to get stuff posted. I know.
He's sitting there now listening to this saying, "Challenge accepted."
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm glad y'all had him on here and doing this, because now I have a bar that as long as I stay under that,
We have
we're
a bar
good.
too.
All right, your
So no, I do have a question. And this is for Morgan.
Oh God.
And I know this is off topic. It's not talking about cigars, but you mentioned off air earlier about the question that you had the last time you were on a podcast. You don't have to mention that podcast. You're more than welcome to. I don't care.
You can
That's
plug
fine.
the podcast if you want.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But no, I mean, let's have that discussion.
It's
You
an
wanna-
interesting
you wanna throw
question.
that question out
Some
there?
of you may know the answer to this question, and please clue us in. Let us know.
Yeah.
So me and a buddy of mine were having a debate. Is it still a sex dungeon if it's not underground? Does it have to be in a basement, or no? You know,
I thought I knew the answer to that one, that all the best ones are.
All the ones I've been to.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think it's more of a condo than a dungeon. Maybe I don't know.
I guess
It's a Hollywood bath at that point.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you rent or own it, or yeah, whatever?
Maybe it's a rent to own. Who knows? Yeah. But the
I
whole.
figured we'd elaborate more. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's fine. I was just talking to.
Well,
Deb.
we never reached a consensus. That's why I'm throwing it out here to y'all guys. So y'all weigh in.
What are your experiences, Shane?
Yeah.
Underground.
Underground.
Yeah.
I agree. It's all the best ones.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it should be underground, but
It's a lot easier to secure the swings and all the bondage stuff that way.
Wow.
And it's going into brick walls or cement walls.
I actually have no opinion on this, so let me know.
no opinion on sex dungeons or their location.
Both.
Yes.
I'm going to go with location for me.
Yeah, either or neither or both. Yeah, but we were talking during the break. Story I was telling, and we were like I say, we've got 18 people in here. We're using one microphone to record all this, so sorry about the sound quality. It's a little off this time, but I was telling Daryl that he may need to. And Daryl he's a very soft-spoken guy. I mean, we've known these guys a while, and Daryl's kind of soft-spoken, and Morgan is a little. What's the word?
Vibrato?
Well, I was thinking maybe a little more
Loud?
decided
No.
in his vocal characteristics. How's that?
I picked.
I was going to say
couple of-
boisterous, which is a
Boisterous.
nice way of saying someone's a loudmouth asshole. But
Okay.
I'll
So
go with
Morgan's
boisterous.
basically boisterous and
Boisterous or voicerous?
boisterous.
Voice.
Boisterous.
Oh, we're making up words now.
I think we are.
Voicerous.
Awesome.
Can you trademark a word? Because that's a great word. Voicerous.
Fuck
Yeah.
Scrabble rules.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. But I was telling Daryl that you may want to lean forward a little bit. You're a little soft.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
You're a little soft.
See, I got it again.
It's just like the rudest thing you can say to another man. You're a little soft.
Well, I was talking about his voice. What were you talking about?
Hey, if he's standing in front of you, it's not a big deal. If he's standing... And we'll stop there.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I used to work in the corporate world at a chemical
I
plant.
mean, not much longer.
At a chemical plant, and it was imperative that you had a physical exam every year, and they insisted on, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, this may get edited out, but they insist on giving you a prostate exam, the old-fashioned way. The joke is you go in for this exam and you say, Doc, your ring's kind of hurting. And he says, that's my watch.
Hey, just recently, for the current job that I'm in, I had to do a physical, and I got declined at the beginning because I have a hernia. So I had to go talk to my doctor. And my doctor she's a very nice lady. Love her. I've never really liked a lot of doctors, but I like this lady. And
Does she have small hands?
yes, she does. Everything looks great. But anyway, I had to go talk with her to get that referral for a surgeon.
Right.
And I get home after seeing the doctor. My wife goes, "So how'd it go?" I'm like, "Well, it went pretty good." She goes, "So you get the referral?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got the referral." And she goes, "Everything go well?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't even have to take my pants off." I go, "I did." but
It wasn't required.
yeah, it was a little awkward.
A little awkward.
It was cold.
Well, she come back in, Mr. Blucker?
That's the reason you didn't get the job. But, long
You're-
story short, I got the job. Not long.
What was that? You were a little soft.
Well, you realize they probably just passed you because you'd already taken your pants off in the waiting rooms. Just get,
Yeah.
get out of here. Here, go.
You're past, you're fine.
Hands on my hip.
Please tell me it wasn't a family physician. He's not going to tell me.
I figured silence was everything on that.
I think it pretty much was.
That was particularly uncomfortable dead air.
Yeah, it was. Guys, Japanese whiskey's really good.
It is.
It is.
Yes.
Now, I was at y'all, Laura and I, my wife and I, we were at y'all's place yesterday. And we stopped in, and I'm sorry, we stopped in 20 minutes to closing time, but that's just
Yes,
the way
you
we do
did.
things. Yeah.
Way to go, Karen.
Yeah, well, I do what I can to make things awkward for everyone.
No,
Yeah,
we're here for Karen.
We were glad y'all showed up. That was fun.
Well, but before we left, you
3 hours later.
3 hours later. It was like, we love you guys, but dear God, go home. You pulled out a bottle of Japanese gin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, talk about what we were talking about at the break about about the size of the bottle and how they make the bottles. Yeah.
Just the detail that they put into it is really impressive. The gin he's talking about is Roku gin, which apparently in Japanese means 6, or so I've been told. But its whole thing is, it's gin, but then they take 6 ingredients that are distinctly Japanese to add into it to kind of make it its own thing.
Like what? Like rice and chopsticks?
God damn it.
Yeah, that's not inappropriate.
I'm just asking a question.
Oh, no, I understand. Those are distinctly Japanese.
Like a couple of different forms of like the green tea plant, cherry blossoms, yuzu fruit, and I think sashito or something. I believe I would have to look at it. It's been a second.
I was taken aback. It was sweet. It had a little bit of a sweet
Yeah, it's
flavor
very
to it.
floral, kind of
Yeah,
sweet,
yeah,
citrusy.
yeah.
Very different. It's definitely not a traditional dry gin.
Right. But typically, conventional wisdom is that most cigars typically do not pair well
With a
with
gin.
clear alcohol.
Right.
But I can see where this one would pair well.
We talked about that before, and you kind of on the anti-clear liquor train for pairing with cigars.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see your point, but occasionally I will do a gin with a cigar. It's the gin on ice with a cigar, and that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, and I think even I've come to the realization that probably even a tequila would work.
Well, now, a tequila on the rocks with just a squirt of lime juice in it, that's not bad with a cigar.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times.
So
I can do that.
I would definitely lean towards the añejo side of things.
Yeah, I mean, the better.
Yeah. But sometimes these quote-unquote conventional wisdoms that you hear, or the don't-dos about cigars, they may not always pan out. They're
very true.
They're more suggestions, I think, than hard and fast rules, because...
well, the one I've always heard since I first took, a buddy of mine was like, hey, you should come have a cigar with us. I mean, you're like, okay, I don't know jack shit about cigars. Where do I begin? And from now, you always hear, if you don't know, Connecticut wrapper. That's where you start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I very quickly figured out that Connecticut, they're not bad. They just don't do it for me.
Right.
And so I jumped in. I think I ended up getting like a this was years ago, like a CAO MX2, so a double wrap Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, this is what I like. And I've known several other people who have gotten into cigars and very quickly found out that they liked the darker, full-bodied cigar wrappers.
Mm.
So I don't know.
For me, it just depends on what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, no, there's a time and place for everything.
Well,
Yeah.
we have people ask us all the time about the etiquette of wines and what they should have in pairings, and so do what you like. That's what it's about.
What do we talk about all the time when it comes to pairing cigars with alcohol?
Right.
What makes you feel good? I mean,
Yes. Everybody's
I was gonna say
palate
that
is
it's-
different.
that It's
Yes.
fun and
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, if you want to have a dark cigar with, for me personally, I like to have a dark cigar with a light bourbon. Or if I'm going to have a dark bourbon, kind of like a light cigar. I mean, when I have dark and light and light doesn't do it. Dark and dark just knocks me on my butt.
Yeah.
You mentioned that one of them that I do like quite a bit is Tatiana rums.
Yeah.
So rum as a pairing, I haven't heard anybody say anything about that one.
I do like rum with cigars when it's a flavored rum, not just a regular no flavor rum. I do like if you put like a vanilla rum with a vanilla cigar, it might sound like it's a little much, but I mean rum's only what 20% alcohol.
Yeah, the flavored ones typically
Yeah.
pretty low.
So,
yeah.
but I mean, that's not bad. I mean, and that's on the rocks. That's not with a Coke or anything like that. But
Right.
I do like that. And I'm one of those guys, and not usually first thing in the morning, but man, I like a good dark cigar with a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee with like 1 scoop of sugar, and
And a dark cigar?
Yeah.
That works.
Mhm.
Huh?
yeah,
Cool.
I like it.
You guys may have heard a difference in the sound. We turned on one of the exhaust fans because it's kind of looking kind of Cheech and Chong in here because we're all four smoking and
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here.
And the other 12 people are smoking too.
Yeah, they are. It's pretty cloudy.
We've
so-
lost 4.
Yeah. They'll turn up. They're fine.
They're using the restroom.
Not in here.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but yeah, I think even a darker rum may work better. I've never tried a cigar with like a spiced rum.
Me neither. There's a lot of that I haven't tried.
Yeah,
I would go
Experiment
with
with
I would go with a dark rum before a spiced rum.
I think so too. I think you'd have to have the right
Well,
cigar
I
to
don't
go
know.
with a spiced rum.
The upsetter. I never thought that there would be a good cigar to go with a Bloody Mary.
True.
And you
Yeah.
gave me that upsetter,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
to me, when you first described it, was basically a clove cigarette, is what I heard.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
with the
yeah.
flavors and everything like that.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh god, I hate fucking clove cigarettes. But I tried that one night with a Bloody Mary, and it was a spicy. Man, it worked out really well.
It did. Now the cigar he's talking about is a cigar by the Upsetters called the Skipper.
Yeah.
And it's the one specifically that we tried was a pyramid. But when they cure the tobacco, they hang it in a building and they smoke herbs, and all the tobacco absorbs all that herb flavor. And it's very, very herby and totally different from anything you've ever smoked.
It reminds me of a guy that I grew up with in Iowa. He would.
Was his name Herb?
No, he lived in a mobile home court, and his dad, who was a hippie, used to do tomato plants out in the backyard.
Quote unquote, or
Quote? No.
Real
his
tomato.
dad actually
that was the
did.
front yard he's talking about, not the backyard.
okay,
His
gotcha.
dad actually did tomato plants, but my friend, our acquaintance, would he would put marijuana plants and just kind of clip them before they got bigger than the. But that's what he would do. And he would hang them upside down in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And to dry them out, he would spray them with vodka. Just
Really?
to kind of give them a different flavor. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in like middle school, and this guy was like 6 years old.
I feel like this merits a disclaimer that you're not advocating people to do this.
Not
Yes, you should never grow tomatoes. That's
Never grow tomatoes in your front yard.
Yeah,
That's it.
tomatoes are bad.
And do you realize how many people have gotten like E. coli from those damn things?
Yeah,
They're a
that's
fruit,
right.
by the way.
They are fruit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Knowledge is knowing that tomatoes are fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. Yeah, that's
There
the
you
difference
go.
between knowledge and wisdom. Yeah.
All right, I agree with that.
so on a pairing. Also, I'm gonna throw things out here.
Yeah.
Slushies, wine slushies.
Oh,
Now,
wine
now,
slushies.
They all go good with wine
who
slushies.
would have ever thought that that's a thing that you would enjoy with a smoke of any kind?
Let me tell you, not
I
me.
almost think it's a
Not
South
me.
Texas thing, though, with the heat.
I almost think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't 104 degrees in the shade,
yeah.
would a slushy go that well with a cigar? But seriously.
Yeah. What wine do you guys use in your slushy?
The one y'all enjoy is the sangria.
Sangria.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we use a margarita slush base with it.
Oh,
And,
nice.
so
You make
that's
a
our
Bloody Mary one
that's our
one
sangrita.
time.
Yeah, that wasn't a slushy though. That was just a wine-based Bloody Mary. Excuse me.
That was
Really?
really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really good.
We've actually been playing with other wine cocktails,
Yeah.
trying to see what we can come up
we've
with.
come up with actually a very good margarita.
Really?
Yes, and it's. I mean, it's past some pretty critical tasters that
Yeah.
that thought it was a real margarita.
What wine
Yeah.
would you use in a margarita?
Sauvignon Blanc for that one.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's very good. We've been playing with some other ones. The Phil Collins.
Yeah, I made a Tom Collins variation using our
Tom
Chardonnay.
Collins.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we wanted to call it a Phil Collins in hopes that we would get a cease and desist letter to hang up on the wall. But was talking to some of my bartender friends, and apparently the Phil Collins has been done to death. So
It's already been taken.
So didn't need to go with that.
But that one, Chardonnay.
Wow. How
Who
about
knew?
that? That's the reason we have a photo of Monica.
Well, you can always do
up there,
Doug Collins.
hoping for the.
He was a former NBA basketball player and coach for the Chicago Bulls.
oh,
You
here,
could
here
Doug
we go with
Collins.
sports ball. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Uh,
Am I the only person that knows that?
But will we get a cease and desist letter? That's the
Yeah,
main,
maybe.
that's the main
main
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
Honestly, that's my main motivation for
yeah.
doing it.
yeah. Something
Just
to
putting
hang on
another
the wall.
Collins out there for you.
I think the Phil Collins is awesome. We should stick with that.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
It's
that's it.
actually a good drink. So we're still playing with that, trying to develop. We were working on it this afternoon and didn't come up with any winners this afternoon.
Yeah.
But we got to drink while we were practicing.
Well, yeah, that's all that's important, really. Yeah, it really is. So, listen, before we get away, we're coming down to the end of the episode. But before we get away, we have listeners literally all over the world.
All over the county?
All over the county.
Our world.
We go as far as Cuero.
Yeah, we do. We do. So, where can people buy your wine?
You know, I used to be able to rattle this whole list off in my head, but it's actually gotten big enough now that I have to think. And my best recommendation is go to our website, gulfbreezewinery.com. We have a little option there, or tab, this where to buy, and it should give you a full list of everywhere we're available.
Perfect. Is that just in Texas, or is that nationwide?
We're just sold in Texas currently.
And primarily just Gulf Coast, Texas. But
We're as far north as Hallettsville and El Campo, and as far south as Port Aransas.
Nice.
But in the finer dining and drinking establishments in Victoria, they may not have us, but please ask for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn it.
If enough people ask for it,
That's right. There you
you'll
go.
start carrying it, right?
Yeah.
You got to create demand.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Is your glass empty already?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and fill our drinks, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap everything up.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna fill our glasses. We're gonna come back and wrap everything up. You guys just hang around for a few more minutes. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We got full glasses. We got lit cigars, and unfortunately, we're just about at the end of the show. So we want to thank these guys here, Morgan, and Daryl Hale. Appreciate you guys coming.
Dorgan
on.
and Merrill, man,
Yeah.
just enjoyed you guys being here.
Thank you for having us out.
Oh man, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. And Gulf Breeze Winery. Tell us where you're located and what your hours are.
We're located Lower Mission Valley Road, just off the loop. Hours are Friday 5 to 8, Saturday 1 to 8, and Sunday 1 to 5.
The technical address is 3005 FM 1685. We're just about 10 minutes from wherever you are in Victoria.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're Randy and Laura, your hours on Sunday are from 5
Yeah,
until
of course,
whenever
yeah.
they leave.
Whenever,
It's
yeah.
about 9:30, I think.
Yeah.
And if you're not one of these people who clearly don't understand smartphones, just Google Gulf Breeze Winery. It'll give you the address.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah. Man, appreciate you guys coming on. It was great.
This has been great. This has been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. You guys do not forget about our website store. We've got a bunch of stuff on the website store, and you mentioned something earlier. We've got the best price on online cigars.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, better than
we take a beating in shipping. I'm
Whoa,
just
whoa.
playing. I'm just playing.
Better prices than the big box guys, right?
We do. We are better than JR Cigars and Cigar International when it comes to price.
Yeah, sorry JR and CI. Sorry, but
Can I say that? Can I say it out loud?
You can say it out loud. It's fine.
I mean, it's true. So
It's true.
It's not false advertising.
And Shane is adding cigars to the store literally every month.
Yeah.
Week.
And we
Every
just
week.
found out recently
Yeah?
that
Yes.
we are now.
Yeah?
Do you want to finish this? Because I
You
want to
go
make
ahead.
sure
You go ahead, because I have no idea what you're going to go to here.
that we are the.
Words fail him. It's
Yeah.
it's such great news.
We are the authorized dealer of, in this area,
Southern Draw cigars. We are the authorized dealer in this area of Southern Draw cigars. And if you have not had one, you really should. It's a beautiful cigar.
Yeah.
Robert, Sharon, thank you guys very much for turning out such a great product. We're loving that. So all of our past episodes you can get on our website. Or,
one more time.
Yeah.
Please go to episode 6 and figure out that song that Randy did.
Yeah, the Metal Musing.
Yeah. Nobody. It's a free T-shirt or hat. You guys, go.
It sounded horrifically familiar, but I couldn't place it.
Horrifically. Wow.
That's your acting.
Yeah,
That's what
it
he's
must
talking
be my
about.
acting, I guess.
That's what he's talking about.
No, I did watch that episode, and I'm like, I've heard this song before. What the hell is it?
I was going for horrific, so yeah.
You know, you accomplished it.
Well, thank you.
Well done.
I think.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now gonna go find some of those horrific metal lyrics and send them to y'all.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, great. And we'll read them theatrically live on our podcast.
He
Don't
didn't
tempt
even
me.
know. It'd be fine with Katy Perry. He wouldn't know. I mean, it's just.
Oh
it's
no,
a
I'm
better
going to
taste.
find some just genuinely awful.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty to choose from.
Oh yes.
But listen, go to our website, hit us up on the Facebook, Old Stogie Company LLC. And if you're in the South Texas area and you have not been in our lounge, we want to invite you to stop by the lounge, have a stick with us, sit down, shoot the shit, because we have a good time.
And go to our website and sign up for the newsletter so you can find out about the latest podcast.
Absolutely, and we have
The latest
specials.
discount, yes.
We have specials.
If
to
you
where
sign
if you
up.
sign up, you can get a special discount on your cigar pricing. Pretty much everything on the store, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything on the store, you can get a special price.
Yeah, whether you want a cap, whether you want a shirt, box of cigars, whatever, it doesn't matter. The discount applies to everything, and it's on your first purchase, right?
Yes.
Yes. So cool. So we appreciate you guys so much. We would not do this if it weren't for you. The sacrifices we make for the listening audience.
If it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'd do it anyway.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. But anyhow, thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next time.
And remember,
Smoke them if you got them.
and we got them.
See ya.
Shut up and sit down.
Old Stogies Uncut, brought to you by Old Stogies.